how you would characterize the gang leaders who got 13-year-old kids hopped up on crack and sent them out onto the street to murder other African-American children. Maybe you thought they were good citizens. She didn't. She didn't. You are defending the people who kill the lives you say matter. Tell the truth.
Ex-President Bill Clinton on the stump for his wife Hillary. His speech there interrupted for 15 minutes by a group of Black Lives Matter protesters, but you just saw former President Clinton firing back. So how might this impact Hillary's campaign? To discuss it, let's bring back our panel. Skyping in from Southern California, political commentator Michael Reagan. You can find and follow him on Twitter at Reagan World. Skyping in from Connecticut, former Lieutenant Governor of New York, Betsy McCaughey. And from Newsmax, New York, radio and TV commentator Ellis Henican. So, the Black Lives Matter protesters show up. And I got to tell you, Betsy, I watched this and it was almost like a time warp, because I remember Bill Clinton with a Sister Souljah moment that helped distinguish him in a three-way race involving George H.W. Bush and another billionaire running as an independent, H. Ross Perot. But it didn't seem to carry the same weight that Sister Souljah moment did, what, a quarter century ago?
Well, here's what's happening. Hillary Clinton is miles apart from her husband on these racial issues, particularly concerning criminal justice. Hillary is running the most racist campaign of any presidential candidate in modern history. She stokes up racial animosity, racial distrust. At every campaign stop, she delivers the same message. She says, African Americans are victims of systemic racism in this country, and she attributes the high incarceration rates of blacks, the school discipline rates of blacks, to systemic racism. And that's why her husband is getting beaten up on the campaign trail. She is doing it, dividing this country and making Black Americans unjustifiably angry.
So, Michael Reagan, I'm curious, for your perspective, do you expect Hillary to yank former President Clinton right off the campaign trail?
Well, if he does, he'll probably go to work for Trump, because that sounded a lot like Trump when he was out there for Hillary. You know, the reality of it is, I think there's a lot of people applauding him. And it's interesting, it takes a white liberal to tell the truth, to have people actually listen. I think there's a lot of conservatives today who saw that and don't push back on Bill Clinton, but saying, my God, I wish somebody from our side could say that and get away with it. If somebody from our side, if Trump would have said that, or any one of those running for president on our side would have said that, they would be taken to the cleaners by everybody on the planet. But Bill Clinton, the first black president, said it, and therefore people do listen, because what he said was absolutely true.
Well, let me turn to Ellis for his assessment. You hear the conservatives on this panel, Ellis, saying, right on, Bill Clinton nailed it. Do you share that perspective?
All of a sudden, Michael Reagan is a great Clintonista. I love that moment. I got to tell you, to me, it was a bit of a sour moment. I mean, that was an argument that people were making 20 and 30 years ago, before we understood what a failure, I'll say the word one more time, what a failure this so-called war on some drugs has turned out to be. Locking drug people up is not effective, it's hugely expensive, and thankfully, many of my Republican friends, including some really good conservatives, have come around to the view of, hey, we got to do something different. We got to legalize this stuff. We got to take a different approach. I'm sorry, I love President Bill, but he's out of date on that.
All right, that's interesting. Go ahead, Betsy. Go ahead.
That the high incarceration rates among blacks is not due to drug sentencing. Most African Americans are in state prisons, and they are there because of repeated thefts and violent crimes against persons, not because of drug offenses. Take a look at the data.
Well, let's take a look at some more data from the campaign trail as Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton are really facing off against each other, questioning each other's qualifications to be president in the first place. For example, listen to what Bernie had to say about all this.
Let me be clear. This is not the type of politics that I want to get in. I know it's what the media loves. It is not the type of politics that I want to get in. But let me also be very clear. If Secretary Clinton thinks that I just come from the small state of Vermont, we're not used to this, well, we'll get used to it fast. I'm not going to get beaten up. I'm not going to get lied about. We will fight back.
Fighting back or walking back, some of the things he had to say, Ellis.
Yeah, I mean, I think both of them want to walk back from it. But, you know, politics is a combat sport. When it comes down to the end, as it is now, you know, emotions run high. I don't know. It just seems like normal politics to me.
Michael, if your dad were here, would he say, oh, there you go again? Would he disarm the situation with humor?
Listen, Ellis is absolutely right. And I tweeted about this in Reagan World about a week ago. I said, in the primaries, it is battle. Everybody's talking about let's be unified, let's all come together, let's all love each other. That happens at the convention or after the convention. It does not happen prior to the convention. Prior to the convention, right now, you've got 3 people who want to, in fact, get the nomination of this party. And they are going to battle on the Republican side, and 2 are going to battle on the Democrat side. Whoever comes out of that, hopefully everybody's unified and they move forward. But you know something? We got to grow up and understand this. We got to quit being babies about this and understand what politics is. It is a fun sport. Get used to it.
It ain't beanbag, even though the great lady, Betsy McCaughey, is right there center screen with her pleasant smile. She knows how tough it is. Betsy, we appreciate your time tonight from Connecticut. That old 4-letter word time is in our way. Michael Reagan from Los Angeles. You can find and follow him on Twitter at Reagan World. And everybody's favorite leftist, Ellis Henican from Newsmax, New York. You have our thanks. A nice, invigorating discussion. And there is more ahead with author Lawrence Leamer when we